as tinsel. Once upon a time in a little town in Finland, a mother and her 3 children lived in a little cottage. The cottage was on the edge of a big forest. The family was very poor, so the owner of the forest let them cut down trees to burn in the fireplace to keep warm. Christmas was coming, and the family had no money for gifts. "What should we do for Christmas?" asked Eric, the younger boy. "It just wouldn't be Christmas without gifts." "Well," said Mother, "why don't we each make a gift? That way we'll be giving gifts of love." "Oh, I'll carve a whistle," said Carl, the older boy. "I'm good at carving whistles." "I'll knit some mittens," said Kristen, the boy's sister. "I know where there's some leftover yarn." "And I'll make a necklace of dried berries," said Eric. "I can use some of the berries that we saved to trim our Christmas tree." "That's fine," said Mother, "and I'll make a batch of spicy cookies. We always enjoy cookies at Christmas time." So the family was happy getting ready for Christmas. On the day before Christmas, the whole family went out into the forest to find a Christmas tree. They looked and they looked, but most of the trees were way too big for their little cottage. Finally, they found a very small tree. It didn't have very many branches, but it would fit in their little cottage. Carl chopped it down with his axe, and the family carried it home through the snow. They put the tree in the front of a window in the main room of the cottage. Everyone helped decorate the tree. Strings of berries wound around the tree, and it made it look bright and cheery. It wasn't the most beautiful Christmas tree in the world, but it was their tree. The family put the gifts that they had made under the tree, and they climbed the ladder to the attic where they slept. Now in the attic lived another family, another mother and her 3 children. They had not made gifts for each other. They had not cut down a tree and decorated it either. But the mother wanted her children to know something about the joys of Christmas. So this mother and her 3 children went down to see the tree when the other family was asleep. The children followed their mother all over the tree. On 8 little legs, each of them crawled up the strings of berries to the very top of the tree, and soon down the strings of berries to the lowest branches. Soon the little Christmas tree was covered with tiny gray strings. Suddenly a light shone in the room. It was the Christmas fairy. She had come to see if Christmas gifts under the tree were given with love. She saw the tree covered with thin gray strings. And then she saw the mother and her babies. "Why, Mother Spider," she said, "what have you and your children done to the tree? You've covered it with spider webs." Mother Spider looked at the tree. She saw all the webs that she and her children had made. "Oh dear," she said, "I'm so sorry. But because I love my children so, I wanted them to know the joys of Christmas. We didn't mean to hurt the tree." The Christmas fairy smiled. "You gave your children a gift of love," she said, and she touched the top of the tree with her wand. Suddenly the tree was shiny and sparkly. The gray strings of webs were changed into strings of bright tinsel. It was beautiful, a beautiful tree. On Christmas morning, Carl, Kristen, and Eric came down from the attic to open their gifts. "Look at the tree, it's beautiful," said Eric. "It looks so different," said Carl. "Oh yes, now it's the most beautiful tree in the whole world." And up in the corner of the attic, Mother Spider smiled. She and her babies knew that the Christmas fairy had made the tree beautiful. She had made it beautiful because of the gifts of love of the 2 families. And that is how the Christmas tree got its tinsel.